Hi, welcome back to Girls Overheard, the podcast that's like listening to our group chat. I'm Ash, that's Ailey, and we've got our guest today, Megano.
Hi.
How fun. Do you know, I had to actually ask the question before we start. I had basically like locked you in my head, first of all, with blonde hair.
Yeah,
because that's when I first met
that was
you.
a moment.
Blonde hair, and also in my head, you were Megano Welsh.
Same.
Everyone thinks
Same, I
that.
always thought
All
that.
my parcels come saying Megano Welsh.
Every time, me and Lauren had a full, in fact, it might have been on the podcast, I was going, I'm sure it's Megano Welsh.
You're like, I'm sure there was a moment where you're like, why are you saying Megano?
I was like, stop saying it. Do every one of your friends call you Megano then?
No, they don't. Just my dad.
Your dad does?
So that's how it started. So basically, my dad always like just put us on an Italian accent, and he goes Megano. Ever since I've been wee, right? Yeah. And when I made my Instagram, when I was like whatever age I was, Megano Welsh was taken, so I just made it Megano Welsh.
Yeah.
But then it just stuck. But nobody who like actually is close to me calls me Megano. Like my friends just call me Megan. But like anyone who will come up to me and say like they watch my videos or listen to my podcast only calls me Megano.
Yeah.
I love
Like
that.
they
It's
don't
like a
call
stage
me
name.
Megan. Yeah.
You're Rylan.
Yeah.
Who's actually Ross.
I know, we spoke
We
about
discovered
that.
this last week.
Rylan
Rylan Clark is
Ross.
actually Ross. So, well, yours isn't quite the alias,
Yeah.
because it's just an O at the
Just
end,
an O
right?
at the end,
But also quite fun that you've got like your stage name.
Yeah, it is like my wee stage name, but I would call myself Megano. Like
Yeah.
Megan to me is like my Sunday name.
Oh yeah,
but
what
that
have
is
I
what
done?
my friends call me.
All right. And you've never been a Meg.
Never been a Meg.
You're never a Meg.
Is that an insult if you're a
I
Meg?
hate Meg, but a lot of English people call me Meg because I don't know if that's just like an English thing.
Yeah.
Meg, so they're like Meg.
Right, like as in like pals that you've met through doing social media
Yeah,
then.
or like brands will be like, is Meg got her content? And I'm like, I hate Meg.
Oh my god, who's Meg? Who's she?
Meg doesn't, but Megano does.
Megano has that your content that's nicely. So cool. So you've been doing social media. I think the first time I ever met you was at an event in Hummingbird.
Oh,
do you remember
yeah,
this years
yeah,
ago, right?
yeah.
So, and the girls know this because I remember
was it a
going.
dinner or something?
It
you
was
went
like
to,
a
wasn't it?
brunch thing, and I
Yeah.
remember going. And I don't know if you were doing socials at the time, or if you'd went with pals or whatever,
Yeah.
or if you just started like dipping your toe in it. But this must have been genuinely about
This was
8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah.
It's actually that long because I
Really
think how
long.
would it have been maybe 7 or 8 years ago, something like that. And we went to this brunch, and I think I was sat maybe like 2 up from you, but I was there myself. There was loads of other girls there. They all knew each other. I was a proper fish out the water, and our lovely Megano was actually pure chatty and lovely.
Aw.
Steaming,
Yeah, obviously.
mate, you were honestly, it was so fun.
I love how it's a brunch. Steven.
Steaming,
No,
Mad
it's,
steamer.
it's so bad. It's really bad.
It was good though. We had chats in the toilet, and then you were like, "I think I'm going to start YouTube." I'm like, "Go for it, Annie. You've got the personality."
I have never clicked that it's the same person because I remember you saying that. I remember you saying like, oh, I was speaking to, because I think you were like, I don't really know anybody. And I remember you saying that.
I mean, I do look like a different human. I'm like a shapeshifter. Like every single year of my life, I don't look the same as the last one.
You change your
How
hair.
fun,
though. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's fun.
That's like one of those motivational quotes, though. Note to self: you can evolve and change yourself whenever you want.
Exactly.
That is what it is.
Literally.
'Cause I remember you had bright blonde hair.
Yeah.
And I think you've pretty much looked the same, but everyone's style is different then, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you're brunette queen.
Yeah.
How
For
is
no
it like on the
choice,
dark
but
side?
I do prefer being dark. My hair all snapped off to literally my ears. Like I woke up, basically I'd been at this gaff years ago, and I woke up already full of the fear, and my friend Erin was like, she's so monotone, right? And she went, your hair's like all snapped off, by the way. And I was like, what?
Sure.
And then I went to the toilet and I was like, my hair has snapped off. I just bleached it so much, and it all just snapped to my ears.
Oh my
so I've
God.
been on a hair growth mission.
You
I
were
have
like weird
extensions.
Barbie.
Yeah, I am weird Barbie.
I loved that. I liked you did that for, was
did.
it for Halloween?
Yeah.
That was, do you know what? We love to see somebody who takes something from the year that's topical and
I know,
makes
I
it
heard
a
you
costume.
saying that. I heard you
We
saying
need that. And
Yeah.
you did it. That was it. That was the one from last
I knew
year. You
from
won.
the second I went to see the Barbie movie, I was like, I am weird Barbie. She's talking to me.
Yeah.
I will be weird
But you
Barbie.
need to do that with any Halloween costume. You have to pick it like so far in advance. We were
Yeah.
saying that. We've already bagside baby reindeer.
Definitely. Or we wanted to turn this into Central Perk, didn't we?
Yeah. And do a friends moment.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Do you want to be Gunther? You could
God,
get
I'd love
your
that.
hair back again. What made you start doing your social media then? Were you just like, because you've got quite fun and like quirky style, like you take
Thanks.
pictures of your outfits, and then is that how it all started for you?
Yeah, I always just like, I posted loads when I was in school. Just like I liked posting outfits or whatever. And then I started a YouTube channel because my best friends Nadine and Erin actually said, like, we were sitting watching one of the YouTubers, We Pure Love, and Nadine's like years ago, and they were like, why don't you make a YouTube channel? Like, you kind of post on Instagram already. And I was like, nah. I was like, that would be so weird, because at that time it wasn't the norm. Like,
not in
nowadays,
Glasgow anyway.
which I love nowadays. It's so not, you wouldn't bat an eyelid if someone started a YouTube channel, but like I was like, nah, that would be like really, really random. And they were like, oh, just do it. So I did do it, and I mean, it didn't. It's not like it took off. It's actually yet to take off, really. But like, it was like nobody was watching my videos. It was like really, really slow. But I did just keep at it because I enjoyed it. Like, I do love like watching YouTube videos, so I also enjoy making them. And then it wasn't until kind of over lockdown that's when it started to like pick up a wee bit, and like I gained a bit more of a following. And yeah, it just kind of slowly but surely became my job. Like, it definitely wasn't an
Not
overnight thing.
Yeah, it's
at
a
all.
proper like passion project. As at the beginning,
like,
it is.
People will say to me now, like, oh, how long will it take me to do it? And I'm like, I can't give you an answer to that. Some people it will happen overnight and some people won't. I'm like, but if you want my answer, it took years. So strap yourself in.
Exactly, but it's worth it in the end, because it's like it's one of those things they say, like, if you're doing something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. It is so true, isn't it?
100%.
Even though it's stressful and there's like such a blurring line between like work stuff and life, because your life is your work and your work is your life. It's like all a big amalgamation of everything. There's no kind of like separate stuff going on, apart from probably going home and just being with your family and stuff like that. But yeah, you're so right. It takes ages to build things up, and I suppose especially maybe it's different for us, because what age are you now?
26 now.
You're 26, right? So it's mad that there's only like
that's the first I've said that.
There's 6 years between you and I, right? Which isn't a lot, but it is kind of like generationally, because like you say, you guys like 25, 26, that kind of age group, it's totally normal to see somebody like taking a selfie or like taking a TikTok or something like that. Whereas like us, like 30s plus, the overs category, there's still a wee bit of a kind of, oh, why is she taking pictures?
100%.
Right, so it's just different. But I suppose you must get loads of girls who are like your age group going like, I want to do that. How can I not do that? How long does it take to build it? Please shout me out. I've started this. All that kind of stuff. And it's like, you need to just find your own feet with these things.
You do.
Like, it's never going to be the case you could share someone next minute they blow up.
I know, and that is literally the truth of it. I'm like, there's not like, sometimes people will do that, like say like maybe I've heard people like a family member, not ask me directly, but like family members will maybe ask like someone who's got like a following, like, can you share me, as if like that's the answer. And I'm like,
it's not.
It's not. Honestly, you can have everyone like around you like bigging you up, but like unless you put in the work yourself, it just doesn't happen like that.
You have something
no, you can't. You literally can't.
You can't piggyback on it. It's so true. And like that, you must get a lot of that as well. Like, because you have got a big platform, you've got like what, 120,000 followers on Instagram. It's unreal. Was there ever like a moment where you had like a picture or something, or a reel that went viral and you went, oh my God, that's my one that's done really well?
No,
or
never.
was it just like organic, natural growth?
Yeah, I've never, honestly, nothing has ever like popped off. Actually, I'd done this I done a TikTok the other week, and I just coincidentally was dressed like Vector Perkins from Despicable Me.
That was my favourite thing. Please, we're going to put a picture up right now. If you guys are watching this, right, we're going to put the picture up. That was probably my favourite thing you've ever posted.
Like, you must have. I'm like, I did not mean it. It wasn't until I put those glasses on, I was like, who do I look like? And I was like, I am Vector.
Is you don't know where you get your inspo from, and then you go, oh.
I honestly don't know where that came from. That got quite a lot of views, like in the grand scheme of things, and I got a few TikTok followers off the back of that. But like, I've never had like, and I mean that wasn't exactly like, that's not, probably rather something else blew up. Not me looking like Vector.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's your personality. I think there's so many girls out there doing what you do, right? And like just looking at it as like a kind of broad thing, like the fashion stuff. But what sets you apart is your personality. And you can see that for all your followers. Like the girls that come up and like you could hear them talking because we went to your live show.
Yeah, thanks so much.
They're all literally like your best pals. You can see that. Like,
no,
you're just so lovely and relatable. And that's been like from the very beginning. Like I say, that's before you even went big on Instagram.
Yeah.
My first impression of you and like first experience was just like a pure nice girl style.
Nice.
No, but it's nice because people want to see the behind the scenes stuff. And before we even properly knew each other, I'm just like, she is like, she's one of us.
Oh, that's
nice
so
person.
sweet. Thank you so much.
We loved the live show, by the way. That was so good.
Thanks.
And all I like kept saying at the start was like, how brave are you to go up? Because we are absolutely, when we do live shows, absolutely shitting ourselves before.
No, I was.
But
I
going
was
on yourself
shitting
is
myself.
amazing.
Were you?
Yeah, oh my God. As soon as I stood up on stage, like my knees were buckled. I'm like, I honestly was like,
Couldn't tell. You pure couldn't tell. Like, it was really, really good.
Because I think you could probably physically see us shaking in our first show.
I was
and
close to spewing at the Old Fruit Market. I was like, it wasn't as bad at Oden Moore, but I think the second time round, because we'd pure hyped it up, I was like,
I know,
oh my God, and my heart was going, and yeah,
My heart was like that.
And the fact that you came on, you walked right on. I was like, I need to get on straight on the stage and sit down because you're like so nervous.
No, it is crazy, but it's also like, as you'll know, it is just like the best feeling ever as well. Like,
pure buzz.
it is so worth it. Like after it, you're like, oh my God,
did I just do that?
Yeah.
And I love that you had your wee dad in the audience cheering you on as well.
That was his moment.
I know.
He was our John from the show. This is my moment. Martin McCutcheon. We should get the wee videos of your dad. Slow-mo, loving it.
He's so funny.
He's like your biggest fan though, your dad, isn't he? Like he's so good.
My mum and dad, to be fair, like my mum and dad are like such like big cheerleaders of everything I do, and I'm so lucky like they get it and like they do support it.
Have you got siblings?
I've got a wee brother.
Have you?
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 22.
So does he love all this? Is he always...
Yeah, actually, at the beginning, he was like, obviously, me and Paul now are like best friends. Like, I actually was crying last night because I made this TikTok about an old picture, and it's like that.
I know what when you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, is it the one when you realise that your little brother is now a man? Have you seen this one?
No.
You need to do that with Paul.
I'll
like
do it in
throwback, so when he was younger. Yeah, that's so
and it's like an old picture versus us now. And then I got in this pure hole about how I'll never live with him again, and I just got pure sad.
Don't.
We're like best friends now, but see, like when we were teenagers, like, I remember thinking, like, we will never get on. Like, we hate each other so much. Mum and Dad used to be like, you're meant to love each other, you're siblings. But we just did not get on because we were just awkward ages, teenagers, and like our age difference.
It's like an essential stage. You need to actually pure hate each other before you start to like each other again.
Look, there's no rainbows without rain. We had to experience all that to like be so close now. But in the beginning, he was probably a bit like, what is she doing? Like, but now, like, again, he pure supports it, and like he'll come. He couldn't come to the last live show because he was on holiday, but he'll be at the next one, and like he does pure support it. And like he remember he put up after I'd done an event once, he put up like a picture on his story, and he wrote, doing us all proud.
Oh, stop. Okay, Paul. He's had the full 360 moment. You so guys are like Lizzie McGuire's whole story scene, eh? It's like he was the annoying me brother, and you're the girl that just wanted to be there doing your fashion thing on the JVC. That's all you were trying to do.
I know, it's so cute.
We put on a wee sticker just to see if people wanted to ask any questions. Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Do your friends treat you differently now that you're an influencer?
Because your pals were the ones that told you to do it in the beginning. Has anything changed?
No. Not at all. My friends are like honestly the most amazing people in the world. I'm so lucky with my friends, so and like they just would never. Nothing would ever faze them. Like with any of us, like doesn't matter what we do or what we're going through or anything. Like they'll just always treat you the exact same. And it is funny. Like say we're on a night out, and if someone comes up and says like, "Oh, what's your whatever, follow you? Like, can I get a picture?" They still are like, this is so crazy because you're just Megan.
Yeah.
Like,
and they've seen the whole
support it and like amazing, so proud of you. But they're like, you are like, we grew up with you, we went to school with you, and like all of a sudden people want a photo with you. They're like,
it's like Megano's that's the alter ego. Megan to them, but then you're like 2 seconds, I'm just gonna be Megano.
You're such a fierce energy.
But no, they don't. They definitely don't treat me any different.
And it is weird because like that, I think you would expect, like other people would expect that to happen, but like I suppose as soon as you're on somebody's phone or you're on like YouTube or whatever, people think that you become this different person.
Yeah.
Actually, it's like proper don't meet your idol stuff because we're just all normal the same as everybody else.
100%.
It's so weird, eh?
100%.
Nice is everyone.
What?
Just tell her she's so pretty.
Oh,
I know. I was just saying that. I was saying to Ella before I come in, she was like, what are you doing today? I said, oh, I'm podcasting, whatever. And obviously she knows that like Lauren's away on holiday, and she went, oh, is it just the two of you? I was like, no, we've got a guest in. And I was showing her pictures, and her eyes were literally out in stock. She's going, she is so fun. Her personality, that's what I was like, her personality is so fun. I love her apartment because you have, Megan, you're a rainbow.
You basically decorate the way that you always wanted to decorate when you're younger. Like, I can't wait to get my own place. I'm going to do this. And
literally.
This. And then everyone else just gets so boring and we're like going for Magnolia and bloody everything's neutral. You do it the funnest way ever. I love it.
Megan was just telling us before like we recorded that she had a painter and decorator in, and they were like, so is that a boy or a girl you've got? And she's like, no, this is for me. This is for me.
I was like, I don't have a child.
And it's the Ballamore doors as well. Every door's a different colour. What is the weirdest rumour you've ever heard about yourself?
And how did you hear it?
It's a pure on the spot moment,
I
isn't it?
know there will be absolutely crazy ones as well.
You're going to
Have
get
a
back.
think
You're going to
about
get back, and you're going to go, oh my God, I know exactly
Oh
what it
my
is.
God. This is it's quite cheeky. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's also not true. Just like that.
It's quite cheeky. It's pure, like, like my eyes. I'm all in. What is this?
So I remember I woke up, I was with my ex-boyfriend at the time. We'd been on a night out, woke up in the morning and I had a message from one of my friends saying, oh my God, Megan, there's this rumour going about you. Like, I thought I'd just tell you. And I was like, right, okay.
Oh my God, stomach is in
I
my
know, I'm
arse.
already
So
feeling
I
a
was
big
like,
scoop.
right, what? I literally sprang out my bed like The Exorcist or something. I was like, what? And she sent me a voice note and she was like, apparently, so I'd been on a work trip with like when I used to be employed, they took me to Ibiza to work.
Yeah.
So on said work trip, apparently in Ocean Beach, I gave a boy under a table a blowjob.
Oh, girl, she's wild.
And they were like, well, obviously she's cheating on her boyfriend. And I was like, to my at the time boyfriend, didn't happen. He didn't even believe it. He was
I
like,
wouldn't even do that for you.
he was like, you would
Well,
not
at
fucking
random.
do that. Like,
What? Where did these things come from?
I know. So, and then they told me who the boy was. So I was like, what the fuck? And I actually had met this boy before. So I'm messaging him like, are you telling people I'm giving you blowjobs in Ocean Beach on a work trip under a table? And he's like, I'm in the military. Like, I'm not even in the country.
What the fuck?
He's like,
Oh
I've
my
not been
God.
here before. So that was probably the crazy. Like, who has pulled that out their arse?
You spoke about this. It's like a Chinese whispers thing.
is.
It could have started with it could have started like, oh, I think she was seeing that guy, and then
Yeah.
it just goes through a number of people, and then before you know
And
it,
you just add something.
I bet she was in that little Ocean Beach, and then it becomes she was doing that. It's just
or somebody makes a wee sly comment like, oh, I bet she was giving BJ's under the table, and then it's like fact. Next time you tell the next person.
And we're all guilty of it. Like, I suppose if you hear something, you're like, oh my God, that you'll just take it as Bible, but
Yeah.
like, please don't.
we just add a wee bit of spice all the time.
Yeah.
all the time.
Our,
For dramatic effect.
our David Beckham one was the like. Oh, my God, did you see that?
No.
So there's somebody messaged in a rumour that David Beckham apparently paid somebody's mortgage off so that he could have their wedding date. So
oh
they
my
were
God,
booked.
I did see this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it
Yeah.
grew arms and legs. It was everywhere. Like it was in the papers and all that. But the amount of people that were commenting saying like a different version of the same rumour.
I did see
No, it
that.
was like, guys. So I definitely know this is absolute fact
Uh-huh.
because
My taxi
my
driver
driver has a hairdresser, and she said that it was actually her niece's pal that
Yeah.
it happened to. So definitely that's, and now they're away on a Caribbean cruise because they needed it for Romeo's
No,
marriage.
but it's the
or whatever.
delusion. It's the delusion because somebody messaged and she was like, by the way, I wouldn't be surprised if that was true because it happened a couple of years ago at Cameron House and it was this and you're like,
It was
"It's the
Taylor.
same rumour."
It was Taylor Swift. It was Taylor Swift. That was the next one. Everyone's just saying on the messages about how you're so pretty, which you are.
thanks,
of course.
guys.
We never get any
And-
messages like this.
Right,
We put
I
a
know.
story out.
No
Thanks,
bother.
everyone.
Great. Thanks so much. And then the other question, right, which is so left field. What's your favourite magazine?
So I've not read a magazine, and
You better say
honestly,
Ms. Magazine, Sabrina. Like, who's reading magazines?
Shout.
I've not read a magazine in
Since I was 12.
probably about 15 years. But what is the one? Was it Top of the Pops? Is that
Oh
a
my God,
magazine?
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That was my fave.
Oh, I love
and
that.
they used to do pages where like you could dress like. You see, like celebrities, they'd give you like the budget version of their outfit, and I'm obsessed with Miley Cyrus, right? Like always have been. She is like my Jesus, and she was in the last song, the movie, and she wore this outfit when she's walking through the water in the sand, and I loved it. And they done a page on where you could buy it. I took my mum to Silverburn, and we bought every last thing. The top was New Look, the short sort of 3/4 lengths were H&M. I had like these bangles on and like a sort of rope necklace, and I was just standing in the mirror like, whoa.
Like,
Whoa.
open your magazine like a
Really?
map.
Is that you? Bitch, still my look. I
So-
love them pure get the look for less.
Oh.
Oh, so that
all
was my
about
favourite
it.
magazine. And I also, when I was young, I was obsessed with SpongeBob. And I collected the SpongeBob magazines and their smelly cards. So I had like a treasure chest. It was supposed to be like Mr. Krabs' restaurant. And you opened it. It's just all these smelly cards.
What do you mean it's smelly cards?
They
As
were,
in,
they were
just
like
different
stinky
scented?
cards, yeah. Like
Who thought of that?
SpongeBob.
And you collected them all? You were like,
Yeah.
give me the task.
I was
I'll do
an
it every week.
absolute freak when I
Have
was
you
young.
still got them? I bet
No,
that's like some kind of antique thing.
Thankfully, no.
collector's item.
You never know. Get that on eBay.
My mum is not like, my mum does not let you keep things that like once she bent my camera charger because she thought it was clutter.
Oh, that's Andy, by the way.
Your
Andy
camera
bins
charger.
everything.
Oh no, that's a horrible thing to buy again. That was free with the camera.
I know.
Oh, that's
So
a
the
purchase you should never
spelling
have to
cards are
make.
definitely long gone.
Hi girls, just listen to Confession Sessions where you talk about Karen's Diner. My sister and I went in Manchester last year. It started with me stressing because I'd never driven there before and not wanting to be late out of fear of them slagging me. I feel like if you're going to Karen's Diner, you're getting slagged.
It's like,
Yeah,
anyway, just
you're-
be like, babe.
That's the whole purpose of you
Exactly.
going. Needless to say, we're 15 minutes late and I get the piss ripped right out of me. They give you stupid hats with some insult written on the top.
Oh yeah, they do. It's like a paper hat, and they write something on it. Like, don't know.
My 16-year-old
Hold on.
sister had virtually unfuckable written on her head. And I used my thrush as lube.
They could write something.
I didn't know that a brain could think of that. as an insult.
I know.
I use my thrush as lube.
They can do whatever they want. I said, these are just angry people that get all their rage out. That's their job, to get all their rage out.
It's all the sacked doctor's receptionists.
Yeah,
They all just
exactly
go to
what it is.
Karen's Diner and get a job.
That's their
my
weekend job.
God.
The food was mediocre, but nobody would even dare complain about that. They do some challenges through dinner, picking on random people and getting you. This is so sadistic. Getting you to do stupid stuff with others. It's a bit of a laugh when it's others, but it's close to the end of the world when it's you. There's currently a video out there of me dancing around the restaurant in front of everyone, literally straight up hell. I can take a slagging and give it as good as I get, but there's no way I'd be going back. They made her dance.
That bit I'd be fine with.
What's her hat? Can you imagine that?
Also, the creativity of that insult.
I know.
That would never
Yo,
even
how
come into
is
my
that
head.
came to someone's mind?
That's a chat GPT. Is it just me that's like chat GPT is my life now? That's my brain.
Stop saying B.
It's always B. It's always GBT.
It's P. Chat.
GPT.
GPT.
And
Do
is
you
that
use that?
AI?
Uh-huh.
I've never used
right,
it, you know.
It's so funny.
You'll never need to think again.
I know someone did actually say that to me, but I couldn't think of like topics for my podcast, and someone said, "Why don't you use?"
Right, I'm
What's
not
it
even
called?
joking.
Chat
You could
GPT.
GPT. You could write in like ideas and it will just give you like
What the
20.
hell?
You
The
could,
world
you could
is
write tell me
terrifying.
50 ideas and it tells you 50.
And who is it? A computer?
As a
We
woman.
think it's a woman.
Right.
We call her her.
Please do
Can.
not ever bring those taxis that drive themselves here.
No, that freaks me
That's
out as
where I
well.
draw the line.
And also, like, how do you know where we're going?
I know.
And also the food things, the wee robots.
I don't
that bring
like
your
that.
food.
But it's just putting everyone out of job.
I know.
And also, it's frightening me.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
How does that know
one
where to
day and the
go?
cloud's going to be over my house and all the robots are going to be like that. Urban legends.
We love an urban
We
legend.
love an urban legend. So
Yeah.
the David Beckham thing, we said that was an urban legend. What else did we have?
Did you, in fact, let's just put this one to you. Did you ever hear about the clown who was abducting people and then he would give you, was it a Glasgow smile with
Chelsea
like
smile.
Chelsea smile?
Oh
but
my god, I have heard that.
have you heard that?
They did that. with
Yeah,
credit card.
credit card.
And then they would make you eat salt and vinegar crisps.
Oh, I didn't. No, the salt and vinegar one I didn't
That's
get
a wee
to.
bit of spice that somebody's added.
Yeah, that's-
Was it not discos.
Oh God, not the discos.
The
With the
powdered,
Chelsea smile.
powdered salt.
I've heard of the clown with the Chelsea smile.
Have you heard about the car seat in the side of the
Yeah,
road?
I actually heard you talking about that. Yeah, I did hear
And the
that one as
pancakes and the
well.
windscreen.
I didn't hear of that one.
Pancakes in the windscreen, is that the egg
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, that's the eggs and the flour and don't put on your squishes
Yeah.
because it makes
This
batter.
is basically Facebook mums in the wild.
Yeah.
We lost Facebook to the Moz.
Uh-huh.
Has there been anything that's been shared that you're like that, oh my God, that is just pure untrue? Or do you also have like family members that fall in that category?
Well, I don't use Facebook personally, but my mum loves Facebook. My mum is a Facebook mum, and she for so long would send me those like, if you do not pass this on to
Yeah.
blah blah blah,
Oh, like a
someone will-
chain mail.
someone will die, and I'm like,
yes, chainmail.
please stop. No one, no
stop
one's
with the
gonna die.
pressure.
It's just a Facebook messenger. Like
Somebody
you're
wrote
fine.
that in their house.
But I really don't go on Facebook. Do you know, I feel bad. I actually got a notification that like people I used to work with in like my first like adult job when I worked in BT, and it was like such a mixed age range in there. Like I was like the youngest, and like a few of them had wrote on my wall. But I'm like, if I go on Facebook and start replying to them right now, I'll need to change my profile picture because it's really old. I'll need to change my head and banner because
Yeah.
it's me and my ex-boyfriend. So I thought
yeah.
that is a whole can of worms. And then people are going to think I'm on Facebook
No,
again.
then you're
No.
redecorating at that
And
point.
I'm just like, that's
Let it go.
I've
Let
not
it
been on
die.
there in about 10 years. So
I
I'm
think
just
most
gonna,
people have like deleted it now, haven't
Yeah,
you?
I think I should deactivate things.
But have you got pictures on there you want to keep?
Nah, not really, but I think I need it because it's like connected to Instagram.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
They make you do all this ads stuff
know.
through there. So
You don't get to be on this pal without having that.
Yeah.
Pal. It's Instagram
Yeah.
and Facebook are pure in cahoots. And then it's do you do threads? Do you do that?
no,
They're
no.
trying to push that
Did
again.
you start doing threads?
No, I've never.
I wish I'd never bothered because you then
Dabbled.
you basically can't delete it.
Ever we set up a Girls Overheard one whenever threads came out and everyone joined, like the first couple of days, everyone was on it. We posted one thread, tweet, whatever you call it on that, right? And it said, "This is going to be the best group chat ever," 42 weeks ago. We never wrote anything else after that. The novelty wore off instantly and we're like, fuck it, actually.
I love that. We're just out there setting the standard.
Come and join us. It's gonna be so
Unrealistic expectations. This is going to be not even the good one.
No.
The best one ever.
Best one ever.
The one that never took off.
Silence.
Anyway, Urban Legend, that's a new one. A bit of a random one. Think it might be a wee story that's grown arms and legs than
Love
what has
it.
been told. I work in a dental practice and a patient came in and did the usual and brought up turkey teeth. But then proceeded to tell us about a friend of a friend that had gone to Turkey for a gastric procedure, came home, all was fine for a short time, then went to A&E with issues, and long story short, they now only have one kidney.
I've heard this as well.
By the way,
Definitely.
I'm going to tell you this a second. Claims the hospital in Turkey must have taken it. Am I cruel for just not believing this is actually true? A stolen kidney? I can tell you for a fact, camera 5, right? This is fact. That happened.
Are you being that person though?
No, I know that it's fact because I spoke to Jill at Cosmedicare.
No.
And she had somebody come back. She said several people that go back and have had scans done, like x-rays done, to double check to see. And do you know what they do, right? So say, for example, you go for like a boob job, right? They'll have you lying, obviously, to get the procedure done, but then they'll do like a little incision in your lower back and they'll say that it's for drainage.
Nah.
Right? Drainage from your boobs, but we're putting it in your back. That doesn't make sense. And then they'll save your organ. This is not all Turkish
No, obviously
places, right? It's the pure back alleys that are giving you like a boob job for 50 quid and then you're going like, is it a good deal or
Because
really?
they're selling your organs.
They're selling you on the black
black
market.
web.
Yep, there we go. That's you. You're on the dark web and your left kidney is gone.
That is terrifying.
The
And
one-
she's confirmed that's
It's
true.
true because basically what's happening now is people are now going and saying, right, I got a boob job done like 15 years ago. I want to go and get scanned and make sure that I've got both my kidneys and they're both functioning. And then they're getting scanned. They're like, you're missing a kidney.
What? And would you not like notice you're missing a kidney? No.
If
You
it's out
feel
getting
shit.
unwell.
You feel really shit, but it's so dangerous because like if you've only got one kidney, there's so
Then
many things.
that's it.
Yeah, like you're fucked if it
Well,
happens.
there was
to
the
it.
story as well about somebody who'd went to the doctors and they had to get like, I don't know, medication after they had an operation done. And they said, right, you're on 20 milligrams each day instead of 40, but you're going to take it for 2 weeks instead of a week. So you're at a lower dosage for a longer time because you've got one kidney. And the woman was like, I've got 2 kidneys. What are you on about? And they're like, no, you've got one. Definitely got one. It's like a fact. You have one kidney. And she's like, right. And they were like, have you had any procedures done overseas in the last 15 years? And she's like, I got a boob
happening
job
all the
when I
time.
was like in my 20s in Turkey and she'd had her organ.
I heard a version of a story where someone went and I don't know, I can't remember what country it was, but they went for a boob job and it was all bandaged up and they got home and like took the bandages off and they'd stole their nipples.
Surely that's the Chinese Whispers version.
What do you mean? She went to get Barbie tits, nipples, zero areola. Are you kidding?
But I'm like, would you not check before you go home? And it was something like Thailand. So apparently her dad booked a flight and he was going to go and try and get the nipples back.
As if they're sitting in the
Place
fridge.
it shut.
How does that conversation go? Here you, get me my daughter's nipples back.
Where's my daughter's nipples?
Right now.
I'll pay for them.
Oh my god. How does he confirm that's hers?
Exactly.
It don't look like hers.
What if they've just got a full fridge full of nipples? That's
Like,
easy.
is that again
God.
pulled from someone's arse or is it like a kiddo with no
I
nipples?
kind of hope it's true.
I can't as well.
Imagine unwrapping your new boobs and not having nipples.
That's actual Barbie mounds. That's what it is. It's like the nude mound. That's
know.
it. There's just nothing there.
You
No
never
colour
know. The one that
whatsoever.
I heard was that somebody was getting a nose job, right? So they're out in the operating theatre and she woke up because anaesthetic wore off, right? And when she looked about, there was several people in the one room all having different operations, which would make sense if they're doing like a transplant because
Yeah.
you need to take from one person to give to another.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Why are they trans?
I don't think they'd get away with if she's getting a nose job and she ends up with a big scar. I think she's going to know something's up. But you never know. There could have been somebody in there getting a boob job and...
Also, this is like several games of Operation that are going on now. Why is this Hasbro Gaming? What's going on?
Exactly. Right, well, we do one more and then we'll go into confession
One more and then we'll
sessions.
jump into confession sessions, which is our like little secret one where we play voice notes and all that.
Fun.
It's a wee bit more like exclusive, secluded and locked down.
Okay.
Nice and loud for the class.
Hey, girls. Was listening to all the WhatsApp fails and it had me cracking up about my fail in general. About a year and a half ago, I worked in a retail shop, but they were all franchise owners. So we met the new bosses, got added into their current WhatsApp groups, as they now have 4 stores in total and roughly 50 staff across the board. The way the new boss worked rotas, updates, etc. was via his Outlook account that we all had to log into. So working in retail, there were a lot of young uni students in their part-time, and at the time none of them could log in correctly, and me being a smart arse shouting ha ha ha, I just got in first. Who's the smart one now? I'd quickly regret rubbing this in all their faces as I clicked allow, and yep, uploaded my full camera roll for all 4 shops. I would die. I recently started, oh my god, I recently started a PT at the gym, so you can imagine all the pictures that were standing like the Grinch in front of it.
Because all our before pictures, we all do the pure. Like, I know, let me just be as fat as I possibly can be.
You want to get the full effect.
Yeah, distended stomach, smallest pants.
We need it before and after. Standing in a mirror like the Grinch in front of the mirror, every chin, butt cheek and boobs with my progress pics that I fully intended that no one would ever see. Among a few other questionable pictures, what an icebreaker into a meeting the new field team, which was pretty much all guys. Oh my god, mortified, and I've never lived it down. Still to this day, I'm petrified to take a picture of my phone in case it's still linked to the hard drive. P.S. Love the podcast. Can't wait to see you in Aberdeen.
Oh, yay! That's a really good
so
story.
funny.
Oh my god, we need to do that in Aberdeen and shout that one out. But anyway, the thing about that is the before pictures, everyone always does. It's the pure evolution of man. You stand like just like basically your
worst
knuckles
bit-
on the ground like that.
The worst, see if she's got on her goal pants, that's the thing. See the ones that she wants to fit into?
Yeah.
That's the worst bit because then they're super tight and they're just like this. See the worst thing about that? See if that's your full camera roll. For me, that's 50,000 pictures minimum.
200,000 I've got.
You're never getting away from
You
that.
get 200,000 pictures.
My phone like doesn't work.
200,000.
200.
You're never clearing that
I'll
out.
get you the exact number.
You're never clearing that out.
I've just give up. I'm just not so
I would give up too because here's the thing, that'll just go to die in a drawer somewhere.
219,431.
What am I? I'm sure I'm 50,000.
I think I'm 50,000 as well.
And how many videos have I got?
Hang on.
10,000.
I've got 49,000
46,000.
Yeah.
I thought that was
and
bad.
10,000 videos.
Oh well.
Yeah,
Same
quite a
with
lot of videos. I know, but then it's all stuff like amendment, one, final. What would be the most embarrassing thing you could find in your camera roll?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to say it's the before pictures as well.
I think that's everyone.
There's never an after picture. That's the sad thing. It's just always before.
Yeah.
Before.
Well,
Next week. Yeah.
Only recently. But yeah, what's the most embarrassing thing you could find in your camera roll?
I mean, a lot. Like, I take some really bad photos. I do take photos a lot. Like, see if I'm crying, I'll take photos. Or if I'm, like, being sick, I'll take photos.
You're being sick.
Like, if I'm really violently hungover, just to send to my group chat.
Oh,
and it'll be, like, me crying at the toilet, like, being sick.
I wondered if you could, do you know that you can go into your photos, right, and type in like a word and your phone will find
we'll
it.
pick it up.
You could just type in crying and it'll just be like a full album
Literally.
spewing. Just a full album.
Probably just stuff like that.
Screenshots. I feel like screenshots are
Screenshots are my
so
worst.
incriminating.
Yeah, it's very incriminating.
Like how are you gonna explain that?
Your camera roll should never be access to anyone but yourself.
No, it's a diary.
Like,
It's a diary.
you can back up what's in there, but to the naked eye,
Yeah.
it might raise concerns.
Absolutely.
Fully, I think we'd all be sectioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My screenshots are my worst.
The worst is if you take a screenshot and you mean to send it to someone else and you send it to the person.
No,
Yeah.
we've talked about that so much recently because people do that all the time. Or like that, we were talking about voice notes. If you're listening to a voice note and the person's name's at the top that you're listening to, but then you think that you're talking to them still because it cuts out whatever group chat you're in.
Yeah.
Right? So you're like, oh, I'm messaging back to Megan's voice note, and actually it's the group chat. And you're like, oh, fuck.
Are you a voice noter? Do you
I
send
voice
notes?
note all the time.
Yeah,
like,
that's
the way.
even just like to brands and stuff, I'll voice note because I just hate typing.
Same.
I also think I'm getting arthritis in my thumbs from my phone use. So
Oh, really?
a bit harder. They're so sore, my thumbs.
I hate typing.
Same. So I'm always a voice noter. I think people do a lot to me is they obviously mean to send my story to their friend.
Yeah,
to
we've had
tag
that
me,
before.
but they send it to me and I catch it instantly and I'm like, caught.
What do you say? Do you say
Right,
caught?
I'm like, caught you, hee hee.
That's what you say. How do you deal with it? Like, see if you ever get any negativity, because it will come. You don't always get
100%.
niceness. People don't get
100%.
it. People won't understand because you're different from everyone else, which people hate because
Yeah.
it's like it makes them feel uncomfortable. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no, 100%. I do get it. Like, I'll get like messages all the time, or like, particularly on TikTok, people are just mean on TikTok.
They are.
Different
Why is
breeds.
that?
Really mean. I don't know if it's because there's loads of like younger people on
Yeah.
there. They're just like not mature yet. But I just laugh it off. It's normally like just really silly. Like people call me annoying or like saying I look stupid in an outfit. Like that's fine. I'd be upset if someone comes from a personality like saying that I'm a bad person.
Yeah,
that does strike a chord. But saying I'm annoying, oh, that's just.
But then you think, see
Yeah,
if somebody's
stupid.
commenting to say you're a bad person, like they're not a good person.
Yeah, I'm
either.
like,
so
take a look
yeah.
at her, babe.
yeah, exactly.
We always get the whole like, it'll be guys usually. It's like, hey, not funny. Nobody fucking asked
I
you.
know.
Why are you here? Why are you here? Like,
Why are you
nobody
here?
invited you.
You're on the wrong side of TikTok.
Literally.
Scrolling. Why are you about here?
Literally. But no, I do just generally laugh it off. I feel like that comes with time as well. Like
Major.
you get a thick skin. Like in the beginning, I'd be like,
I
and
know.
this is the end of me. But like as time goes on, I'm just like, oh come on.
And you
Who
can
has the last
choose.
laugh?
Yeah, you can choose as well to like. You can choose to kind of almost see what you want to see. So it's
Yeah.
like if you filter things out enough,
Yeah.
and like if you even like just see, I think you can instantly by the profile picture tell if it's going to be an arsehole
yeah,
or not.
100%.
And I don't mean just like the anonymous we like not got a profile picture thing. I mean just generally you can tell.
But even if it's the real person,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
yeah.
If they're going to be like a wee bit backhanded or something like that, you
I
can
love
always tell.
I love on TikTok if people comment, I always reply like so sarcastically. I get such a buzz out of that
Yeah.
because
like that.
because my reply will always get more likes than their comment.
Oh, so it's a game.
So I'm like, haha, like thank you.
Yeah.
Because now people think this is funny. Like I put up a video the other day and someone commented like, and like as if like the little asterisks as if it's like my brain thinking it, and they're like, oh, this is class. I'm going to post this.
Oh, I see
like
people
taking
write
the
that.
piss out
Yeah.
of me posting that TikTok, and I replied saying my thoughts exactly.
Yes.
That's perfect.
And then people just think that's funny.
That
That
is
now
like-
you just look like
That's like that is a wee comment that people put on loads of. You see that
Yeah.
all the time.
And then
seen
you
that
could
this
have actually
fast?
replied going, me thinking about that comment people keep using and having no original thoughts of my
Oh
own.
my god. Chronically online,
Yeah,
people that just
chronically
have like
online.
it's only the wee phrases that they just repeat
yeah,
them and repeat
again
them.
and again.
You've got a game.
Yes.
How did this come about?
So basically, I was in Mykonos with my management, and they pulled me aside. We're actually filming for the TV show
And
at the
I
time.
saw this. I watched it.
Yeah.
I watched this while I was on my walking pad. Remember I went through my walking pad era?
Yeah.
I watched the full series.
I've not seen it, so tell me all about it. I've not seen it yet.
So they pulled me aside in Mykonos, and I didn't know what we were filming, like, but I had a broken foot at the time, so I was worried it was going to be a bit like that.
Oh, shit.
I broke my foot right before I went to Mykonos doing karaoke, and
No,
It's not linked.
That's not linked. Hold on a minute. You don't take a foot doing karaoke. What happened?
it was my cousin's hen do, and I was a bridesmaid, so of course I was there to pull out all the stops.
Yep.
So I was on karaoke singing Miley Cyrus The Climb, obviously.
Your own song.
Yeah.
A song by you,
An original
for you.
by Megano. And I was standing on a chair for the most part, but like when the chorus came, when it was, it's the climb, I wanted to jump off, but I jumped off, and oh my God, I was so drunk as well, and that's how I know it was like broke, because I still felt it. And it like, I've never like properly broke a bone before, and the whole body, it was like, this horrible shiver came over, and I felt instantly sick, and I was
Oh,
like,
man.
Mum, this is bad, and it instantly like blew up like a balloon.
Oh my
But I
God.
did stay the rest of the night, and I woke up in a room I'd never seen before, and I was like, where am I? I was in my auntie's room, spare room. So I must have continued on to the
Must
point that I
have.
didn't even go home. So I woke up and I was like, oh my God, my foot's so sore. And I like moved the cover and I was like, what has happened to my foot? It
Elephantitis.
was huge.
Was
but
it?
my dad kept saying to me, you would have just sprained it, like just like get on with it.
That's pure dads in Scotland, but
I know.
Yeah.
they never believe anything.
So I went a full week. I went to another hen do the following week, and I woke
With
up
a broken foot?
Yeah, in a high heel, and I woke in a 5-inch high heel. And I woke up in the morning and I said to my friend Ed, do you think my foot's okay? And she was like, get to hospital. And I went and I broke like the bone that connects all your toes. So
Like a big one.
yeah, and the woman was like, how did you do this? This is a really common thing for footballers. And I was like, karaoke.
Oh my God, you should have said fives. Absolute fives.
Fives to the boys.
Done my foot, done my knee.
So I had this big moon boot on, and then I was worried because I had the trip with Aquarius and I had a trip with JD, and I thought, who wants, like, JD is a footwear brand and I'm in a moon boot.
Yep.
Like, what use am I to them? But they still took me. But I was worried.
Just at least you've got one foot left.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just not really the vibe. This big horrible black moon boot.
Yeah.
I was
Listen,
wearing.
everyone who's got broken feet still need to wear shoes. I think it's inclusivity in
So
that.
true. So true. So I thought they were going to be talking to me about the broken foot and Mykonos because like it's not really the vibe, but they didn't care. But then they were like, we've got some news, and they were like, a brand wants you to create with them your own drinking card game, and that was it. And I literally just came up with all the cards, and here it is.
Oh my God, it looks so nice.
It's so cute, and like I call
It looks like a pack of fags.
yeah, it actually does. That wasn't the inspo behind it.
Quite like it though.
But it's designed so that you can take it out and about. Like it's small enough to fit in your handbag,
Yep.
and you play it like if you're out for like pre-drinks or like in
That
a
is so
bar or
good.
something.
And what's it called?
A game for nuggets.
Game.
And it's actually got a nugget on the back of
Yeah,
it.
because I call my YouTube subscribers my chicken nuggets.
Oh, I love that.
And
That's
like
so
a
cute.
game for nuggets, that's just funny because like nuggets are silly, aren't they? And
And
I've
we love
got, this
nuggets.
is like a reoccurring card. Harry Says. So my dog's
Uh-huh.
called Harry, and whenever you get a Harry Says card, it's a dare on it.
Right.
So he has funny dares.
This is so good, by the way. These are the dares. Like, ask the person on your left to choose someone in your contact list. Call them and say whatever the person on your right tells you to say.
And then
See,
if,
if
you wanna
you're
do it, you have
drunk-
to down your drink.
Oh, I love that. Oh my God. Snapchat message what emoji is that?
Aubergine.
Aubergine emoji to 3 boys
Oh,
in your group's choice.
So like, say you got that dare.
Yeah.
I'd pick 3 boys you have to send that emoji to, and they could have girlfriends,
Uh-huh.
like anything. So it's just like,
It's
Oh
the
my
question.
God,
It's
it's so
the
dodgy.
aubergine and the question mark.
Oh, it's a question mark after. We had one last week, right, where somebody basically said that they got a dick pic of her best pal's boyfriend, and she was like, "Oh my God!" But I think maybe they were just playing your game.
Maybe.
I mean, it's just the aubergine emoji. We don't need a real Willy.
Maybe he just got a wee bit confused.
He's just took it quite literally. But no, I do love it. I feel like that's like the most like me like work thing I could possibly do.
It's so, like, I've not seen anybody else do that.
It's
It's
so
so
fun.
fun. So fun. In fact, just as you say, it's small enough to take out with you. So
Yeah.
if you're going for drinks and there's nothing really to do and whatever, you can just play it.
and
That's
it's so
so
cute.
good.
Like I've been out sometimes and like girls will come up to me and they're literally playing it. Like they have it in their
Seriously?
hands.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
amazing.
this is crazy.
No way, that is amazing. And so where can they buy it?
On the website. So the website's called Brutal. And the link is in my bio as well.
Right, okay, cool, amazing. And you've got a show coming up, haven't you?
I do.
You've got the galvanizers.
Yeah.
With the gals.
Big one.
Yeah.
When's that? July?
August.
August?
It's hot girl summer, so I am obviously single at the moment. No, not obviously. I am single at the moment.
Single.
So it's all about like I've never really been single. Like I have spent
Have you
the
a
last-
relationship, girl?
Yeah, I've spent the last decade of my life in relationships, different relationships, but I've never had like a long time of being single. So I promised myself I will be single till January. I mean,
Well, you need to,
maybe
you've got-
even further, but like
You've got commitments now. You need to.
yeah,
You need to be
exactly.
single for this.
I have a show to do, guys.
Yep.
Literally. So it's going to be all about what I'm getting up to as a single girl. Like,
That's amazing. It's
'cause
like proper experience.
so new to me. Like,
Yeah.
I have never in my life, like, the last time I was single, I was 15. Do
Wow.
you know what I mean? Like,
Are you going to go on Tinder?
maybe.
We've always said that. We never got a chance to try
I
Tinder.
think you could actually go on Hinge or what's the other one? Raya.
I know. I need to do it for market research anyway.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
With
I
absolutely no
don't-
commitments. You actually need to put that in your bio. Hi, just here for market research only.
Yeah. You should do that on your podcast, actually. Just do it as like a wee tester.
Yeah.
Change wee bits in your bio and just see how people react to
Yeah.
it.
No, it is fun being single. Like I just feel like a different like aura.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, like, because you don't have to think about anyone else. And don't get me wrong, I like being in a relationship and considering someone else, but this is weird. Like, I only have to think about myself, and like my plans are just for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is like a totally different ball game, and especially being this age, like obviously I live myself, and like I'm single. Like nobody comes round to stay over or anything. Like it is just me, myself, and I.
And do you love that,
Yeah.
though? I feel like
actually
as
do.
if you're somebody who like is so good in company, right? And you're pure like life of the party. But I can imagine you've been having so much fun just being yourself
I
as
do.
well.
I actually seen this TikTok, and it was like just like a funny like music, and it's like me on my own, and it's just like
Dancing
totally
about.
vibing. And it's like I do be making myself laugh, and I just sat on my couch howling at myself. Like I actually think I'm comedy gold.
And you are though, you're right.
I'm like, if someone could see. Yesterday I was sitting, didn't even have the TV on or anything, and I was just sitting on my couch laughing. I was like, if someone could see me, they'd think I was unwell. Like I'm just on my bright orange couch, like
Got yourself.
not even got a TV on.
Oh wait, you're not even getting the on. What were you laughing at?
Just thinking of things.
Listen, why do you don't need a guy? She can
I
make
know.
herself laugh. She's
And I'm
independent.
going to be like so fussy with whoever the next guy is.
Oh,
Like,
you should be.
There's so many boxes you must tick.
What are the boxes?
Must make me belly laugh. Like,
Yep.
I need someone who will like have me rolling about laughing, and someone who like, I know they say opposites attract, but I do think I actually need the male version of myself.
Yep.
Fully.
Like I do need that. Like I want someone who like is quite like that. Like on a night out is like pure loud and like silly, and like I
Yep.
can just leave them in a room and
Can
know
laugh at
that
themselves and all that. Yeah.
someone who doesn't take life too
You
seriously.
could not have one of these pure
Wallflower.
wallflower guys.
No.
Never.
No.
Never in a million years.
That's
that could
not
not
what
be
I'm
you.
after.
It could not be you. I actually wonder, like, if you could have a wee, like, look into the future,
No.
who you're going to be with.
I know.
Oh my God, can we make a wee TikTok edit when you meet something? It's like your wedding day, and then we go back to this. And then you can see if
Someone
you've met all the
put
points.
on this.
Save this for later.
Save that moment.
It's crazy. That is crazy. Like, who the hell is my
I know.
husband?
And they're out there somewhere.
out
You
there
just don't know
What's
who it
his
is.
name? What does he do?
Yep.
Maybe they're having their hot guy summer, just
Yeah.
enjoying themselves on their own, and then eventually
Maybe.
you will come together and it'll all be happily ever after. But they'll need to be colourful.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
They'll have to be.
If they're not, they're going to need to get colourful.
Yeah. Like, let me change your colour palette.
Have you ever seen the guys that the girls have made them?
Yeah, the girlfriend effect.
The
Oh,
girlfriend
yeah,
effect.
yeah,
yeah.
The
Uh-huh.
girlfriend effect is a thing. Maybe
Yeah.
you could be the girlfriend effect.
Yeah.
You just need a willing participant.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I won't be put off by your neutral clothes, just
Yeah.
as long as you're happy for me to change them.
Yeah.
Just as long as we can up that saturation. Rapid.
Right, we're going to head over to confession sessions. We've actually got lots of voice notes this
Yay.
week. We've been
Yay.
asking for them, and you guys have delivered.
I'm excited.
Are you excited about voice notes?
We've also not spoke about our show.
Oh my
our
God,
tickets
yes.
have just went out for our live show in the O2 Academy.
Oh my
so
god, that is crazy.
Don't
I know.
belly.
I'm so
flopping over
nervous.
here.
So go and get yourself some tickets. We'll leave the link below, and yeah, come and join us in confession sessions, and we'll see you there. Thanks so much, Megan, for coming. Megano.
Thanks
I
so much
know.
for having me.
A
It's been so
resident
fun.
gal. And if you want to go and follow Megan, what are your socials so that the girls
At
can
Megano Welsh.
perfect, and also you can applaud yourself as well.
Yeah, called roller coaster.
And we love to support the Glasgow gals all
do.
together. Right, see you later. Bye.